Good morning, everyone. Just checking where I am. Just get out of that. I'll be with you in a sec. I can see it live. I'll just straighten up a little bit. Hope everyone's finding me live. Still straightening. Good morning if you're watching. Good morning, Corinda. And good morning, Jenny. I wasn't sure how many I'd have on this morning. I'm hoping a few come on. I'll just do a little bit of chatter and see if a few come on. There's always a problem of people trying to find my live. All you have to do is be in the group at the time. I know you're a member, excuse me, a member of the group, but so long as you're logged into this group, you'll see my live come up. If it doesn't come up straight away, hop out and go back in again and it will come up. Just keep going. We shall go this way. Just trying to get it straight. Oops, I've lost it. I hope I didn't turn it off. Looks like it's having a problem. Good morning, Helen. Am I still there? I'm not sure what's happened. Mine's gone blank on the screen. I'll hop out and hop back in. Yep, it's still there. And everyone's still there. Thank you. Thanks, Helen. My laptop went blank for some reason. And if you can hear me okay, I know I had my volume turned down. Thanks, Jenny. I'll just wait a few minutes because I know there's a couple of ladies coming on, I hope. I've made some samples besides the one I showed yesterday. I can't show you inside the catalogue, but this is the front. And I've bought a little bit of stuff, not a lot, pretty much all of what I wanted. I don't know if I'll order much more. I think there's one other set that I was going to get, but that can wait. Not sure what else I had to tell you. I'm going to a class this afternoon. We might just get started in a minute. I will pin this, as you know, my name is Laura Stranks. I may upload this to YouTube because I know there's a lot of people on my YouTube channel that are demonstrators, so they may want to see some of the products as well. Good morning, Bronwyn. Nice to have you on. I was only just going to pin it to the featured tab, but I think I might upload it to YouTube as well, just to show some people there. It doesn't take that long to upload, and this will be fairly quick this morning. I'll go through some of the cards that I've made. I quickly got in and got some done yesterday afternoon. So this is your mini catalogue. Can't show you inside yet, not until September. I'm not sure why, but that's their policy. You can't show inside the catalogues. This is the card I did the other day, and I did show yesterday. And I mentioned yesterday as well, if you weren't on yesterday, I found this folder, and I'll show you the folder. I'll show you all the samples in a minute. This folder, it's really large. It's a whole 6x6, and I found to get the card base so that it would fit in a 6x6 envelope, I had to cut this down a little bit. You can see I've cut the edges off. It still doesn't look too bad, and it'd be all right as a background image as well. I've coloured all of this. You can probably see, I think I showed yesterday the colouring on I've used Wink of Stella with ink on a block, and you can see the shines there. So you just put a little bit of ink from your ink pad, just dab it on your block, and then use your Wink of Stella as a brush and use it as a palette for your brush. Just make sure, and I did say yesterday as well, just make sure you clean the block off before you re-ink the block. If you've run out of ink on the block, don't just dab it back into your ink pad, or you'll have Wink of Stella all through your ink pad. Make sure you clean it off and then re-ink it, and then go for some more colouring. So what I do when I get all my products, I didn't do much playing when I got them. I go through and label everything. So I put on here, it's a 3D folder, so I know it's going to take the grey plate through the machine when I put it through. Anything that's 3D, you need the... If you're not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, it probably doesn't make sense to you. And also this is, I put here what catalogue it's from. It's in the Mini Catalogue. So then that goes into this plastic pocket, and then there's a box that I've got there that all of them are in alphabetical order in a box, and all of that's on the pocket as well. So that's how I label everything. I'll put this catalogue aside so you can see some other cards. I'll put that card away. We've seen that enough. Okay, we'll start with the paper actually. This is the one that is my favourite. I have got 2 packs of it, so some of it I've already cut up in the other pack. So I'll show you the paper from this pack. I'm not sure what page it's on, but I'm sure you'll find it. It's called, it's on here, Traditions of Christmas. I'm a favourite for red and green for Christmas. I have got a bit of blue stuff here, but I do prefer red and green. So get 2 sheets of each paper. That's the other side. This is a specialty paper. It's got gold detail through it. So any specialty paper has either got gold or silver or some sort of shiny detail through it if it's specialty. It's a little bit dearer than the standard paper. So that's the other side of that. You'll get one side with just generic patterns, and then the other side is that. How beautiful is that? You can see the gold through it. Very pretty. I don't know why they didn't show the gold at the front of the pack when you buy it. This one's really pretty. There's some coming up that is these here. There are dies that will cut out this image here. I did fussy cut a couple of these little flowers here, but the dies cut out this this set here. I'll show you the card that I made for this. There's another one. There's a die that cuts this out as well. Really pretty. It's got Pool Party in this. And the last one is this one here. I think there's a die that cuts these. I'm not sure. I can't remember now. I think there's a die that cuts them all. So that's the paper in that pack. And I'll show you the couple of cards. I'll just put all that aside. This is one of the cards I did with it. It's got it in the background here. Excuse me. I've gold embossed this greeting at the front here. When we get to the stamp sets, I'll show you the stamp sets that they're all out of. These are just the normal textured notes dies at the back. And this is a new ribbon as well. I'll show you the ribbon. Actually, I'll show you the ribbon now, and we'll try and do it in some sort of order. This is the ribbon. This one is very slippery. This is another thing I've done. My little stopper thing for my ribbon, it just feeds through this little thing here. This one is so slippery, I'm finding it's running back through the stopper, so I've put a little bit of washi tape there. But also on these, I've marked what catalogue they're out of, so I know, especially if I'm doing a demonstration, I know what catalogue they're out of. This one is called Shiny Ribbon, and it's in real red. So that's really pretty, that one. It's got sort of a shimmer through it. So I've done that. These are new embellishments on here, which are in this pocket here. I only got 1 pack of each of some of the embellishments. So we've got different colours. I'm not sure of the colours on these. I know there's cherry cobbler, I think that green, granny apple. The colours are listed on the website, and they're out of the mini as well. They go with all the red stuff. That's pretty much all of that card. That's what I did inside. I just put a couple of strips of paper inside. And that's that card. So we'll put all that aside. We've done with that. What have we got? Some more paper. Oh, this one I haven't opened yet. It's the velvet rib paper. We did have a velvet paper years ago. Good morning, Jan. Morning, dear. Yes, it was beautiful paper. We're designing some projects for our retreat with some of this paper, so looking forward to that. You wouldn't be able to tell the texture on this. It's just like a piece of velvet. It's got a soft finish on it. There's white and red and green. The red we had years ago wasn't nearly that bright, not that dark. That's a really dark, and that's a really dark green too. So we'll try and use some of that. Not sure what on, but we'll make use of that. I didn't do a cut. I was a bit limited in time how much I did yesterday. That's that paper. I haven't used that. I did use this one. That was the velvet paper. I think it was, yes, that's an online exclusive. See, that's how it's easy if you mark your papers to know where it's from. It's online, one of the new, in the pre-order on the online exclusives that you can order at the moment. That's, it's called All Season Velvet, 12 by 12. And then this one I love, even though it's black. It's a specialty paper. It's black and gold and white. This one's really pretty. I have cut, I did cut some trees out of that, and there's just plain spots on the back. I have cut this one up, and it's got that on the back. It's got all gold bits through these. That I'm definitely going to use. I'm not sure if there's dies to cut it out, but they would be easy to fussy cut those. That's in the gold. It's probably reflecting on the screen. That's the spot one that I used before. This one is I wish I had more time to play with these. Oh, that's the one I used before. And then this one is got little gold circles inside the circles, and that on the back. And then la 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 la, and some like bauble-y berry type things with the black thing. I know black's not a Christmas colour, but it does look. I'll show you the card I made with it, and that's got the stars, the gold stars on it. And we shall put that aside. And the card I did was this one here. So rather than fussy cut those, I just did it on a circle. These are all just the stylish shaped circles. The stamp set on that, I'll show you the stamp sets after. This is some of the twine you get. This is all in the suite, and this is all online. This is the online paper, not in the mini. And you get these two lots of twine. One is gold and it looks like basic beige or very vanilla, and then that one's gold and black. So I've just put some little stringy bits at the tops of those with that. Use some gold accent around the back there for some of the dies, and I've done that inside. When I do a white base, I always put a matte inside. I don't just use the white as it is. It's got May, the magic of Christmas, fill each corner of your home and heart. And that's that one. So it does look quite pretty, even if it's black in it for Christmas. That's all I used on that. And then the next paper, I used a little bit of this. This is from the mini. It's the sparkle paper. Thanks, Jeannie. I'll get some more cards done. I might show some next Saturday quickly in my live. This one here's got a few different colours. It's called Peaceful Garden, and it's got blue, dark grey and soft green. And the green to me looks like it's just white. So that's the dark grey. That's the blue. I was nearly going to use the blue yesterday, but it was a bit bright on the card that I did. There's 2 sheets of each. That's the soft green, which it's sort of got a little bit of green sparkle in it, not a lot. It's sort of reflecting on the camera there. So that's that one, and I did do a card with a little bit of it on, not a lot. This one here. So I've done it around the edge of that. That's the ribbon. This is the new ribbon, and it's in the mini, really pretty. And I love blue, so this ribbon is absolutely stunning. It's got little silver warbly bits on the sides of it, if you can see that. Really, really pretty. And that's a Dove set. I'll show you the sets in a minute. The embellishments are in here. These little blue, they're little blue flowers, but they look pretty on anything. Just use a couple of those, and I've used them on another card as well. That's those, and that's out of a stamp set as well. And this die, I will show you this die in a minute. I did have trouble with the first one. I've just got Wishing You Peace and Joy. So that's a nice one in blue. Normally I'm a traditional red and green person, but I've slowly getting used to these coloured ones. But that was the sparkle paper that I used on that. Then paper, we have this one. This is another one of my favourite. I did open this one. It's got doves on it and leaves, and it's all blues and white. Really, really pretty. I've put this in another plastic pack because the packs they give you, they always tear and you end up with the paper everywhere. So I've got it in 2 packs at the moment. So it's got the doves on this. There is a dove to cut out, but it doesn't cut out the paper. This is really pretty. You could use that for any occasion. It wouldn't just have to be Christmas. And that one. That's really nice for a subtle background. I'll tell you the name of it in a minute when we get to the end. And those doves there, little tiny ones, that's the one I used. And then we've got that, which has got that in the background. More doves, really pretty. I think that'll be a little bit difficult to cut out. They're a little bit tiny, but what you would do is just get a circle and cut the complete circle out. Would be easy to do, or a punch. And there's some more there, and that is that. That's that pack. I'll put it all away later. The card I did with that, I did a sympathy card. Most of these ideas you can get, there's pictures in the Mini Catalogue that you can sort of adapt to something. Some of these I've adapted, I just made them up out of the top of my head. So this one's a sympathy card, which I did, and then I've just put a strip of the paper down the inside. That is a die, which I've done, you can see it's got sparkle on it. I didn't use the glimmer paper. I've just put Wink of Stella on the little leaves there, and then I've got those little tiny flowers again on there. So really simple to do, really easy to do. That's that one. That's all the paper I got, and I'll show you some other samples. This is, actually I'll go through the other. These are from the Mini as well. When I get that off, that's from another pack. I always keep all my embellishments in a case. These are called Frosted Iridescent Dots. The paper that they were with was a really bright, it looked like the Aurora Borealis thing. It was really dark colours. I wasn't that fussed on it, so I didn't get the paper. But these embellishments were with it. Frosted Iridescent Dots. Doesn't tell you the colours, but they're really pretty. It'll tell you all the colours on the website if you need to know the colours. Sometimes I'll handwrite them on the back of the pack, which I'll do that later. So they're out of the Mini, really pretty and soft. They've got sort of a frosty look to them. That's those. The other card I did, love this one. I've embossed this background with another embossing folder, which is called Gathering Leaves. This is a really big one. So the leaves run up and down this way. So for them to get the right way up on this. I've just made sure my cardstock was in the correct position. It doesn't tell you it's 3D on this one, but I tried putting it through with 2 clear plates and it wouldn't let me go through. So I'm guessing it should be 3D because I used the 3D plate and it worked fine. So I'm not sure whether that's an oops for them or whether I was doing it wrong, but it's embossed in the background, which you probably can't see much. This is die cut out of the paper, so there's a die there that cuts that. These are just my, they're just in the annual catalogue. Not sure what they're called now. There's pink and gold in the set. And I'll show you these dies here, which I was a little bit confused with at first. We'll put those away. We'll leave that there. What was it? Oh, Peaceful Greenery. I haven't, did I? I'm not sure. No, I haven't used this one. This is another embossing folder. It's got a frame around here. I don't think yes, it's at the back of that one. I've used it around the back of that one, which is a better size die if you want sort of a leafy image around the back. That's a 3D one as well, and it's called Peaceful Greenery. So that's that one. And that was all the embellishments. Another ribbon I got was this blue one. It's sheer ribbon in Balmy Blue. It's in the Mini Catalogue and it's beautiful. This will be excellent for tying bows. It's so soft and it's in the Balmy Blue. Really pretty ribbon. These I haven't used yet, but these are for shaker. They're tree shaker domes, and they're little domes, which I shall get them out, for shaker cards. So you've got the sticky, you peel off this backing bit, put your shakers, which I've got some shakers. I'll show you the shakers. I think there was a couple of different sorts in there. Or there's one in the annual catalogue, some shaker stuff. Now be careful not to tip this everywhere, which wouldn't be the first time. And they're all little stars in there. Where I put some in the lid? Stars and stars, all stars. Tiny, big, little, solid, all stars in there. And it's quite a full tub too. Lots of stars. So they're going in the shakers. So you put your shaker things in on your cardstock, and then you straddle that over the top. Don't overfill it, otherwise you don't get the effect of shaking it. But do all your background first. I would suggest maybe not emboss it. Oh, it should still work if you emboss it. There's a couple there. They're quite... Oh, there's one. That's one. Yep, that's one by itself. So that will make a pretty card. Love those. There's 10 in a pack of those. So I'll get a couple of packs to do. We can do a class with those. Hello, Mary Blythe. So that's those. And we'll put those aside. I have got these large gold hoops there on the online exclusives. I didn't think they were going to be this size. They are absolutely huge. Although it does give you the measurements. Hard to get open. They're quite big, as you can see. They fit, well, they're too big for my wrist. But yeah, we can do a little swinging thing in the middle here and do a little decoration on those. There's how many's in that pack? 10 in the pack of those as well. But they're on the online exclusives, the gold hoops. And that's all of that. Yeah, the stamp sets. These are all the stamp sets I got. I went a bit overboard with these. Ornamental Christmas. I think I used this one. Well, oh, this is not the one. That's the circle out of one of the gold and black one that I used before. That's that outer circle there, but then I went to the stylish shaped circles after that. That's about all I used out of the dies. you've got, there is a photo in the mini catalogue showing these. They go across, if you cut out an ornament, and then you can cut a strip of those to go across the front of it. Quite clever. I think it cuts all together like that. All sorts of little bits there, and I'll put that on upside down. I keep this in here to keep it all nice and tidy. My dies are on a magnetic sheet inside. If the dies go with the stamp set, I put them on a magnetic sheet and put them inside the case. I name them and how many dies are in the set, because and then each time I use them, I make sure I count them and put them back. I have lost dies years ago from not having the right number in there, and they're the online exclusives as well. That's all the pieces in that. I think I used, I know I used this Be Jolly. That's on that one there, and it's a gold embossed on that one. So that's that. This goes back in with that side down. That way it doesn't stick. And that on there. Also on the sides of my cases, I've got online here. So once upon a time we didn't have online, so you knew it was either out of a mini catalogue or the annual catalogue. So it was easy enough to mark, because the Christmas ones were always the mini. Now we have them online as well. I get quite confused out of what's what. So this one's called Traditional Labels. It's in the mini. Now this one here, I cut it yesterday, and I'll give you a little hint if you're buying any of this. This die here, and you probably can't see it now because I've covered it. It's still okay. It's got an extra little thin, I've emptied my bin. I chucked the first one because it ripped. You probably can't tell, but it's got an extra thin, it's joined, but it's got an extra thin banner layer around the outside. So be careful when you take it out of the die, because mine ripped in the corner, and I'd already embossed it, heat embossed, and it ripped in the corner that you can see there. It's got the little, it's a little extra sort of layer around the outside. I don't know why they did that, because it's such a pain. But this one I used on this other card. That's that one there. Really nice die on that one. That one hasn't got the double layer around it. I'm thinking all of these do have, by the look of them, they've got an extra layer around. So just be careful when you're taking them out of the, lots of nice greetings in that one. Peace on Earth is this one with the dove. Some nice frame dies there. This little one, if you have a look in the catalogue, this one's in the mini. There's little, they've got a banner, and it's just cut in a rectangle, and then they've popped these little bits on the ends. So they're just a little banner end that you can cut out. They cut out two together. That's what that's for. That's the one I used around this one there, and that was used on that sympathy card before. And the dove is out of this one as well. That's there. That's just cut out of cardstock, and that's all the greetings in that one. Done those. Christmas greenery is the one that cuts out some of the paper. So that's the one I used yesterday. There's all my names here with number of things. This one here, I thought I used that on something the other day, but oh, that was on the original card that I did. It's in 3 pieces. It's got this top piece, that piece, and then there's a tiny little square, almost rectangle piece that goes in the center here. So it's cuts out 3 pieces in that. So that's that one. That's the other one that cuts out the flowers on. I don't think I did one. No, I didn't do one for that. That cuts another set of flowers out on that one. Got some baubles and some leaves and lots of nice dies in that set. Christmas greenery in the mini. Now this one here, I did this. These are the dies that come with it. words for the season. There's 10 dies in it. They don't line up with any of the greetings. You can just use normal banners for those. They come with all of these, which cut out like this. I put this in here as a sample. Just be aware that the first letter on every word is separate from the rest of the word. So you're sticking down. Which one did I do? I did do a card. This one here. So the C there is separate from the Christmas and issues, and it's got the W separate. So just be aware that when you cut them, also your little dot on your any of your eyes have got the little dot. That one there I lost, so I just grabbed a little bit of stock. It was just on my sample thing. But remember to get your little dot out of the die when you're cutting, and also don't forget your. Looking at the die, you wouldn't think, but when you take a closer look, you can see it's not joined to the rest of the word. So that's those. And then the stamp set is just all those greetings. Lots of nice greetings on that. Yes, that's that. And that's about all I have to show you. I hope you enjoyed that. Hello, Karen. Hello, Joy. That's all that I have to show you. I'll just put my cards back out just for some samples if you want to take some ideas. And my original one. I was just dying to try that folder when I did that one. I hope you enjoyed that. And I shall catch you all again next Saturday. If you're doing an order, have a look at what I've shown you and see what you like. Thanks, Jan. Yes, I just ran out of time. By the time I finished my video yesterday and then uploaded and all the other stuff, and then I got quickly into making some cards. So I could have done probably one more, but that's it. I shall catch you all next Saturday with my normal live, and thanks everyone for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.